Hey everyone! So I thought for today's video a voiceover would be nice because it's a tutorial and maybe it's better to explain it in words. What I'm doing here is making a template for my envelopes. I want my envelope to be 10 by 10 centimeters. I don't know what the inches are because I live in the Netherlands, we don't work with inches. So I got a square of 10 by 10 centimeters from Cardstock, so it's a little bit thicker, so I can keep my template in a folder and reuse it again. I will also write down the dimensions on my template itself, so you can hear me say it and see it on the screen. It's 10 by 10 centimeters. Then the next step is to find the diagonal, measure it, because that is what you're going to need to know what size your pattern paper should be to make an envelope. Mine is approximately 14 centimeters. So you put 2 centimeters up to that makes 16. So your pattern paper square has to be 16 by 16 centimeters. What I'm doing here is tracing my template on regular copy paper, so I can easily find the middle, the center of my template. So if you work with odd numbers, this is the way to go. I will put a link down below for the video I learned this trick. It's awesome, it's by Lollipalooza. The link to her video will be down below. So you fold it through the middle and again, and then mark off the center, lay it on top. I had some trouble finding my lines because I'm working with some new lights and it was really weird to work with this for the first time. So I'm tracing my lines and marking the middle point on my template. So it's really nice to make templates from a thicker cardstock, so you can reuse them again and again and again and don't have to do the measuring again. I just write everything down on it. So now I have found my center lines and I picked out some pattern paper. So I found out that mine had to be 16 centimeters all sides to become the envelope size I wanted. If you want to put something inside this, it has to be a little bit smaller than 10 centimeters, of course, just a tiny bit, or maybe you can get it to work, I don't know. Now I'm cutting the square out with my scissors. I don't have a paper trimmer or anything like that. I don't have a scoring board, so this is how I do it, without fancy tools. Just regular scissors. I would like to invest in a paper trimmer or something, but there are so many nice products out there that catch my eye every time. I was just wondering if you guys would want a kind of art room tour. I don't work in art room, I'm just working in my kitchen, but for the products I have or whatever. What I'm doing here is marking the diagonal so I can put my template on top of it and I'll find the center. Again, Lollipalooza has an awesome video on this to explain. She also has the measurements in inches, I believe. I put my template on it and that's how I find my center point. And then I score it with a tool. You can do this with a butter knife or anything actually. Just folding my template and then fold it. Makes it a lot easier to fold. I use my scissors to burnish it down. I don't have a bone folder either, so just using my regular scissors. And then I'm going to show you these little triangles you have to cut out, but you have to cut a little bit inside your scoring line. So not exactly, or else it will hang over and not look pretty and stuff. You can always cut it away when you put it together because it will hang over from your envelope. So that is what I'm doing here. So maybe you can see it better now, I don't know. And now it's time to assemble the envelope. Ta-da! I just use regular glue. It's like from our Dutch dollar store Action. I prefer working with wet glue, or you can also do this with tape, but doesn't really matter. As you can see, I have a little bit of overhang. I just cut it off, and that's okay. And then it's 10 by 10 centimeters. So for the next one, I already prepared a template. This is my stencil and template holder. So there you can see I already made a template beforehand because I thought it was enough to show you one time how I make it, and I will link the video of Lolly. These are the dimensions. I will walk you through them in the video. I will write them down, so no worries. It's a template for 2.5 by 3.5 inch. It's the pocket letter size. So these envelopes will fit perfectly inside a pocket letter. Now I'm going to measure the diagonal. It's 11 centimeters, I believe. Yes. So I have to do plus 1.5 or plus 2 centimeters. I believe it's something like 1 inch or something like that. Yes, the diagonal is 11 centimeters. Then you have to do plus 1.5 or 2 centimeters to make the square. So it makes 12.5 or 13 centimeters square to make the envelope. I was undecisive about doing a voiceover, so that is why I also wrote it down in the video and waited a little while for you to read it. I still don't know if I'm going to upload this. Then I get some pattern paper and do the measurements exactly like the envelope before this. I decided to take 12.5 centimeters. So that's what I'm doing now. I was wondering if you guys like it when I do a voiceover. And also, what about my new lights? Because I got them for my birthday for my friends, but not really sure about the setup yet, so some feedback would be nice. After measuring, of course, I will cut the square out again with my regular scissors. I will be using these envelopes in my snail mail and pocket letters and flip books and whatnot. You can use them in your junk journals or art journals, whatever you prefer. Now I'm going to show you again. It's 12.5 centimeters by 12.5. Perfect square. Now I'm gonna draw in the diagonal line again, and the other side I'm going to draw it half in, because that's enough. You won't see these lines because they're going to be on the inside. Make sure you know which side you want to go up. On this paper it doesn't really matter because all sides are kind of the same. Then I'll show you the little trick again I learned from Lolly. How to find the middle. Line it up and then score around your template. I find this the easiest way to fold, and that's also why I picked some thicker cardstock. Then fold it again. I have a bit of a difficult pattern paper because the flowers are kind of glittery, so they crack a bit. Yeah, I show you again how to cut out the little triangles just inside the score line. and you do that for all 4 sides. So I had some trouble with this pattern paper because it's glitter and it didn't really want to fold that nice. It cracked and stuff. There will be also another envelope at the end of the video where the flap doesn't really like to close, but it's okay for a first time. And that is the envelope. I will take my scissors to crease them real good. And then I will glue this together again with some regular glue, wet glue. Maybe I should have taken tape for this one because the glitter part didn't really want to stick, but I'm stubborn, so I had to go with the wet glue. You will see it in the video that it will come apart. I left it for a while, but it still wasn't dry yet, so as you see, it opens again. These are the ones I made beforehand. The one with the hearts had also the glittery paper, so I wasn't really happy about that, but okay. It's all trial and error, right? And learning from this. Now I'm going to show you it fits perfectly inside a pocket in a pocket letter sleeve. Ta-da! So maybe that's nice to put in some goodies or your letter, or I don't know, be creative. And now I'm just going to decorate my envelopes with my DIY embellishments. I will also leave the video to those in the description box down below, and I will put on some music from here on because it's completely self-explanatory. And I will see you next time. Bye!